Hey everybody, I was talking to you and it went away. Don't ask me how. Why? Hi, I'm Jennifer Duck. The sun was coming up or going down, but it's very bright. And I'm cold. No, I have not got dressed yet. I'm not. It's 7 o'clock. Today I saw this guy on YouTube making peach cobbler, and I said, ooh, that sounds good. I need to make some. So I took out my skillet, my heavy cast iron skillet, put one stick of butter in it, and 1 cup of mix, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of flour, and 1 cup of milk. Mix that in with 1 stick of butter in my skillet, and added the 2 cans of peaches in a saucepan, and put over top of it and bake it for 350 for 1 hour. Bon appetit! That's what we got for dessert. Let's see. Mr. and Mrs. Pumpkin was asking me about Nick. Who is Nick? Nick is my husband. We've been married for 44, going to be 44 years this year. I met Nick on a blind date up in New Hampshire, and he was in the Navy. Let's see if I go back that far. Feels like yesterday. And, let me think. My girlfriend asked me if I wanted to go see a movie, The Little Whorehouse of Texas with Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds, and I told her, not tonight, because I drove from Pennsylvania to New Hampshire with 2 little kids, and let's make it another night. So she did. She goes, oh, by the way, I'll ask my boyfriend's roommate if he wants to go out with you. I'm like, oh, here we go again. You're always trying to fix me up with somebody, ain't you? So they came and picked me up. You know, it's funny, I can remember all the way back then. At my townhouse I had in New Hampshire. And there was Nick, this skinny Navy guy, let me tell you. I still could see him. And I had some lady to watch my kids. She had kids, or her sister, Brenda. The lady that was staying with me at the time, she had girls and I had boys. And I had a roommate girl, you know. So I had her sister come watch, because I didn't trust her sister to watch my kids. And so we went off to the movie, and of course, he is so shy, and I mean quiet, and I'm the opposite. And Vera knows that. And it was funny because she dated Nick's roommate, Jim, and Jim lives in Waverly now. That's where they were from. Lucas was his last name, Jim Lucas. And I'm thinking, how in the hell is this going to work, Vera? And I asked her, I says, well, we were arguing who's going to pay for whose ticket. Well, Nick already bought my ticket. I was like, ooh, hey, this might work. I don't know, you know. And we always go to that movie theater. I take the kids there, you know, matinee and whatever. And I could still see us sitting there. Vera here, me here, and Nick over here. Now, I asked him some questions. And I asked him several questions. So I asked him, I said, do you like kids? He said, yeah, I like kids. I'm like, okay, that's one. I said, do you like camping or swimming or anything like that? And he said, yeah, he likes that. I said, do you smoke or drink or anything? And he said, no, he doesn't. I said, ooh, I might have a winner here. uh, uh, what else did I ask him? I can't remember what other questions I asked him, but all I remember was I put my right hand into his left hand, and I thought we were going to get thrown out of the movie theater because we laughed and giggled and whatever. And then the next day we were having a church picnic, and it was a Church of Christ picnic that I belonged to, and Vera and her boyfriend were coming, and I gave them my phone number and everything, and they showed up, and I said, "Where's Nick?" "Oh, he's coming." So he's finally coming in the church, and the kids were little, and they had their own little group, where the church, they all were all close by. I remember Nick and I are out there in a canoe, and he looked over at me and said, "Can you swim?" "No." Paddle back to get a life jacket. I don't know what lake we were on, but, and then he never really called me. I called him, and then all I remember is my roommate moving out. I got eviction notice, and I called Nick and said, "I need you to come over here for a minute." He said, "Okay, I'll be over." And my roommate, I had to give her money back, her deposit, till I went upstairs. And she put grease all over the upstairs, so I stopped her check. And she said she was going to come over and hurt me. And she was a big girl, but it never happened. Nick says, he wrote me out a check. I said, "I can't take your money." Ripped it up. And he said, "No, here's my check. I'll rent from you." And that was history. Then, heck, let me tell you how long I've known him, okay? We clicked. His birthday's December 31st. Mine's October 15th. His year is 54. Mine is 55. Let's see if I can remember. I met him end of July. He moved in August the 4th. September came around. I got my divorce. Yeah. October 15th is my birthday. October 20th, we were supposed to be married, but he was going out to sea that day. So the captain says, "Now or ever." And I said, "Okay." We got married on the 20th. He went out to sea for 3 months, came back in, and then he adopted the boys. So Ernie used to be Ernie Otto Schacht, and now he's Ernest Joe Duck. Let's see if I got this right. And then Georgie used to be George Andrew Schock. Now he is George Nicholas Duck. I can't have kids because my wonderful ex-husband said, "Nope." I went in to have a cyst removed off of my left ovary, and he told the doctor to go ahead and just give her a hysterectomy. So, yeah, that didn't go over too big. He didn't want any kids after Ernie and George. So, that's another story. We won't go there. But, yep, I've been married to him we got married in October of 82. Is that right? Yeah. 83, we moved to Charleston, South Carolina. Stayed there, I don't know how many years, I can't remember. I love Charleston. Charleston is like my second home. Mississippi reminds me of Charleston. I don't know why, but it does. And then he got out of the Navy, and they waited. ComEd up there in Illinois waited for him, obviously, 6 months to get out of the service. He got up there and had a good job at ComEd. nuclear power plant because he worked on nuclear submarines. Oh, and then we moved to Illinois, and I'm thinking, why? It's cold here. We stayed there for 11 years, had a Victorian house. I did remodeling myself. I didn't have to work, watch kids grow up. And then they graduated from high school and moved on to the Army. And I thought, this house is way too damn big for us now. It's time to come home. We had property here. We sold it. We bought this piece of property. Oh my God, we had a house payment up north, a house payment here, and a RV camper. 3 mortgages. And we had 0 jobs here. But our house is paid for now. The Dave Ramsey plan. I got on Dave Ramsey and I never looked back. So, yeah, that's how I met Nick. 44 years, that's a long time with me and him. Yeah, and we fight just like normal people. That's life. And he tells me where to go, and I tell him right on back. So this is my cave. This is Daisy's cave. This is where I hang out. I built. This used to be my screened-in porch, and I drew up all my plans and everything. And I ordered all these windows. Paid cash for them. And Gary did the outside and I finished the inside. Gary's going to help me with them windows out there. I'm going to finish it myself, my way. We might have to remove some boards there, but that's okay. I can handle it. My granddaughter says, "You go, girl." She said, "You're keeping your mind. Keep going, keep doing projects." I said, "Well, Granny's running out of projects, baby." Well, today I have issues talking. I noticed that. I told Nick, I said, "I'm having issues talking. My words aren't coming out right. They're coming out backwards." And Nick says, "Well, I can understand you, but I can't." Oh. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, Mr. or Mrs. Pumpkin, I did all them pictures up there too. When we first moved here, did them. All of them. And that there. I had somebody make me that. Nancy made me that in California. Because I used to have an RV. Yep, I had a motor home too. Never do that again. When somebody passes away, you don't go out and buy things. Not a house, not a motorhome, nothing. Don't do like what I did, stupid. When Paul passed, I couldn't work on this anymore. I was just lost and dumb. I bought a motorhome, a very used motorhome. How used? It had 144,000 miles. It was a coach house, not a coachman, a coach house. It was awesome. And we had the best time until it started nickel diming us. What was that? Paul used to say, nickel, dime, dollar, nickel, dime, dollar. Forget the change, dollar, dollar, dollar. Oh, Polly, I miss ya. Yeah, we were talking about him. So I sold the motorhome on RV Trader. And then when I turned around, I bought a pop-up. Us old folks can't do pop-ups. I liked them because, we had everything on the pop-up. Now, then we sold the pop-up and got that little guy, Minimax. I said, I'm done buying RVs. So our RV is that right out there when I get done with it. Yeah, today I felt old today. Moving around slowly. I don't know why. I just am. Days I go, like the energy bunny, and today I feel like the turtle, I hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah. Yes, Karen, this is all knotty pine in here. That room in there is knotty pine also. My whole house is knotty pine. Yeah, all hand-picked by me. That room in the kitchen, not the kitchen, the living room where Nick's at, and bedroom is all hand-picked by Helms Lumber down there in Scotts Hill. I took some 18-foot boards, cut them in half, looked at them how they were, had them cut them off, bring them home, sand them, stained them. I don't do any stain no more. I do tung oil now. This is what's in here. That's what's in there is tung oil. And tung oil it's natural. It just soaks into, I went through all these cans in here. Let me see how many cans, about 6 or 7 cans. And they come good sized cans, pretty wide, but it goes a while, but it sucks into the wood big time. And it don't have a smell anymore. And that's Luan. Luan, see? That's what you put down on your carpet, or you put down before your floor, on the ceiling. Yes, you can work with Luan. I remember Gary saying, when I first met him and he came over, he said, "You're not supposed to put Luan up there." Why? There's nothing wrong with it. It works fine. I got it through the whole house. The Harlows over here have it in their house. I thought, well, hell, that's an easy board. I can work with that. It's a little flimsy at first, but once you get it, it's okay. Let's see if I can do that screened-in porch, that room over there. Should be interesting. But it keeps my mind going and it keeps me going. Look, I got to get a haircut. My hair's long again. Yep. So I've done talked your ears off already. I can't help it. I get rambling. I look at all your questions and answers and everything. Teddy and Ron are up there in Connecticut. They're painting the bird's room blue. Well, I bet you that's pretty. Yeah, I got that paint out there in the shed. I hope it's still good because it was like $25 a can. I'm going to take it to Ace or back to Lowe's and have them shake it when I start. And I've been here drawing on how the windows are going to look in there. So, and then Jordy goes, "I knew, Granny. I knew you were going to close it in. I just knew it." And then she's smart. Oh my God. I saw her house and she showed me this little room. It's the Harry Potter room, she calls it, for Sky, one of her dogs. Hold on. And she did all the plastering. You go, girl. You go. That's one thing. I don't like sheetrock. It's messy. No. I like my wood. The wood just makes it warm and cozy, So I was just trying to think, that backside where the siding is, I have no idea what I'm put there yet. Then I thought, well, maybe I'll just put some like 3/4 inch plywood, put it up against it. What do you think, Rhonda? You think that would look good? Just put up some fabric there and be done with it. Well, everybody, I'm waiting for my peach cobbler to get done. Sounds good. I can't wait. We have no ice cream. Oh, well. I have whipping cream. I could whip some up. We could have whipping cream. That sounds good. But, yep. Well, we're going to have a road trip tomorrow. We're going to go down to almost into Georgia. Not quite. It's 2 hours down and 2 hours up. We're going to take the kids with us. So you're going to hear Lena Loudmouth in the background. It's going to be a pretty day tomorrow. It's going to be sunny. So, and then Monday it's going to be rainy. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I'm Jennifer Duck. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Easter's coming up. Jordan tells me it's not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Y'all be careful. Hope the Easter Bunny brings me something. I have no idea. Maybe. Hope my tulips are I hope my tulips are up because it comes around Easter time. All right. Thank y'all. See you. Good night. Thank you all for watching. See ya.